If they could talk about killing each other on every song, why can't I talk about my God up on every song? They liked me when I was ignorant, boasting about my wrong.
The difference between us?
Yeah, like, what are you doing up here?
What am I doing up here?
No, so normally I walk by.
Who got the mic?
And I've never seen all Latinos right here. It's normally like when it looks like this, which I haven't taken the time to understand, guys. But, hey, Bookie. But I'm just saying, normally it's like 4 or 5 black men. I haven't seen Latinos. And so I was wondering, what they doing?
Right.
And
Okay.
so y'all teaching. What y'all teaching? Let me hear you.
There you go. Okay. You believe in the Bible, right?
50-50.
50-50? What?
50-50.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's see. I'm going to give you an example, right? We teach that Black, Latino, Native Americans are the Israelites of the Bible, right? In the time of Christ, you really only hear about 3 tribes: Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. You'll hear that Christ was a Jew, correct?
Yeah.
Christ was a Jew?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
That's 3 tribes. There's 12 tribes of Israel. So the big question is, even if you were to ask those white people in Israel today,
But I have a problem.
I'm kind of
Why
getting to it.
Why are we calling Israel like this big country? In my understanding, is Israel really Israel?
I don't. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I'm
No.
saying, like, what was the name before Israel that
The
they
land of Canaan.
Yes. So
Yeah.
that name before that they didn't name it Israel, that I'm bothered. I'm not really fond of Israel at this point in time.
Yeah,
due to the fact that they're fucking doing a genocide on the Palestinians, and it's fucking
We don't
wrong.
believe that those are Israelites. We
I
believe
don't.
those are Europeans that
I think
converted
they're
to a
demons
religion.
that
Yeah.
fucking took over somebody's country to say that they are this, and they not that.
We agree.
Absolutely.
They
We
not
agree.
that.
Yeah, we agree.
They mean people.
So before Israel was a place, it was a people. So I'm talking about the nation of Israel.
Okay.
And I believe the nation, the actual people of Israel, is the Black, Latino, and Native Americans.
Right.
Right. And the point that I was getting to, even those people in Israel today who claim to be the Jews, right? I'm trying to block the sun for you, huh?
I gotta do like this.
So even those people who claim to be the Jews, if you ask them, where are the other tribes at? They'll say, we don't know. So upon history, archaeology, and prophecy of the Bible, we can prove the indigenous people of the Americas are the other lost tribes of Israel. We've gone through the same exact things. Just because our skin tone is different, don't mean anything. I'm gonna give you an example, right? There's Ethiopians that are down the street who are celebrating Juneteenth right now, though their people were never in slavery. Their people never went on slave ships. But they'll sit there and say, yeah, we're black. We're black.
Yeah.
They're different than us. They're different.
They is.
Right.
But you realize that eventually, like, if we keep doing a separation from a separation, like, we never gonna.
Actually, when
You know.
when is a time in history that you can think of when a black neighborhood flourished by being separated than everybody, by being separated from everybody?
I don't feel like we. No.
Okay, there's a city by the name of Tulsa, Oklahoma. They called it Black Wall Street. Own airports, own banks, own infrastructure,
They burned it
own
down.
everything.
They burned it down.
Why? We were flourishing because we
They
were
would
flourishing.
never. They never wanted. The fabric of America is
Right.
never to see people that look like us to get ahead. If
Right.
you put it in a strainer, I'm a chef. If you put it in a strainer, some shit get through a strainer. Of
Right.
course.
So here's the thing: when there's black neighborhoods that are flourishing, what does a white man do? I'm gonna drop cocaine in their hoods. Then
Yeah.
we're good. I'm gonna introduce gang culture to them
Mm-hmm.
because when we're together, we're good. We're flourishing. But as soon as another nation comes through, we're influenced through what they're doing, or we want to be like them, or we want to please them. That we change our dynamics of our city. I'm gonna give you an example, right? Single parent households.
Yeah.
At one point,
That was because they did that like that.
exactly.
I'm very conscious.
Exactly. So at one point it was the husband.
But you can't get no money. Your husband can't get no job because they X'd out black people from getting a job. And then when your man can't get no job and you can't feed your family, you go to the welfare department and they tell you you can't keep the daddy in the home because he can't pay for it.
Exactly.
So that's where the fathers start being subtracted from home.
So I'm getting somewhere with it, right? So at first in our communities, when we were by ourselves, as in it was segregated,
Yeah.
our black and brown families were on point. It wasn't until a white woman by the name of Sandra who came through and tried to push not white power, women empowerment. You don't need a man. You can do it by yourself. Now look at our households. We got communities growing up with no dads that don't even know the dads.
It's terrible.
But why though? This is when we included everybody. When we were by ourselves, we didn't have this issue. We didn't have single parent household issues.
I'm sorry. Okay, I have a question. I'm about to get up out of here.
Go ahead, sis.
But I want to know. You guys are standing out. Like if I see the group of the people here, y'all stand out here to just make sure people are conscious. What is your point?
So basically,
What's your
yes.
goal?
So I would say yes. We are trying to reach just Black, Latino, Native Americans. Show them to love God, and by loving God, we love each other, and that's how we make our communities better. And once we are on point, everybody else is gonna follow.
Right.
Everybody else is gonna follow. I'm gonna give you an example, right? The culture in Oakland, right? Let's say it's gang culture, bipping culture.
Yeah.
Because we're doing it, people from Modesto are trying to come over here to Oakland. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go to Oakland because I can bip there.
Yeah.
If you're in Oakland and all you see is goodness and brothers loving brothers, no one's gonna want to come over here and do no bad stuff, right? They're gonna sit there and say, you know what? They're actually doing something cool over there. And the Bible talks about that, right? Get Deuteronomy 7:6. And that's ultimately what we're trying to do. Instill true love to our people because our people don't know what love is.
And how often y'all do this?
Every Friday, Saturday.
And nobody pays y'all for this?
For what?
I just wondering. I don't know. Y'all just come out. Y'all just come out. And y'all just a group of men that know each other that want to speak the light.
I'm out for this.
people.
This is my goal.
This is what this is.
This is my goal. If I could wake you up to you understand that you are more than likely a real Jew, a princess of Zion, and your duty is to love the Most High God and keep His commandments, which entails keeping faith in Christ.
Okay.
That's the job. That's it. If I could get you out of the mentality of religion and
I don't feel like I absolutely believe in Christ because that man.
Right. But this is based off someone else.
I just believe in God. I feel like they've renamed God from Buddha to Allah to I can name Hindi or whatever they doing, right? God is God. They just
But there's differences. But there's differences. I'm gonna give you an example, right?
What?
The Most High God, thus says the Bible, right? He's the creator of all the other gods. He assigns every nation their own God. Like how you said, Buddha, that's the Asian man's God. Allah, that's the Arab's God. We, as black and brown people, we have our own God, right? And it's the Most High.
I just feel like if I was born in Morocco,
Yeah.
I would be Muslim.
Yeah, because that's their God. That's their God over there.
That's their God over there.
Yeah, and it
Where
isn't-
do we not look at that? God protects us, and to separate and make it 5 and 6 different gods don't make no sense. I just think they renamed them, and it's turned over to God is God.
I'm gonna give you an example, right? What's abbreviated? What's the name of the God of the Bible?
What, Jesus?
No, that's the Son of God.
What's his name?
What's his name?
Jehovah Jireh? I don't
Okay,
fucking know.
so more.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so some people say Yah, right? Yah, right? YAH, right? You ever heard that before?
Nope.
Like Jah?
Jah. Okay, but you said
Jah.
Yah in Spanish.
Same thing.
Okay, good
right?
Jah.
I'm gonna give you an example. Where
Jah is Rastafarian. That's where I
Where
get
do they
Jah.
get it from? Where do
I
they
don't
get
know.
it from? Right. So watch this. Your
So being
ethnicity.
ambitious.
Your ethnicity says, what is your ethnicity? What are you?
I am an African that lives in America.
Cool. From where in Africa?
I am Cameroon and Nigeria.
Cameroon and Nigeria. Okay. So for the most part, most of the Nigerians are from the Igbo tribe.
Yeah.
Right? Are you familiar with where most of the enslaved Africans came from in Africa to the Americas? From where did they come from?
I do.
Right. So Nigeria, right?
Yeah.
And it's the
the
Igbo
West
people.
Coast, yes.
So when you start looking at names that these slaves had when they came over here, the most common name that you're going to see on these lists, it'll end with Yah or have Yah in it. So almost the majority of these slaves that came from Africa had Yah in their name. Because that's their God. Right. Yah.
But they wasn't able to name themselves.
That's the names they came with from.
They came with
you ever seen the movie Roots where he's like, look, your name ain't Kunta Kinte no more. It's Toby now.
I understand
so your name
that.
isn't Jeremiah no more or Jeremiah. Now it's Chad. Their names on those slave ships before they came out, they wrote Jeremiah. What does that mean? Remembered of God. Remembered of Yah. So before you came over here, your culture was with the God named Yah. It just so happens the God of the Bible says his name is Yah, whose name alone is Yah. That's why Jamaicans or like
Lily is Shushan, right? And it is a
What
flower.
language is that?
This, Hebrew.
Okay.
So it's Shushan, right? The language that the Bible was written in.
Okay.
Right. The root word to Shushan is Shash, right? And Shash means 6 points. So when they're talking about the lily work, this 6-pointed figure on the chapiters of the temple is talking about a 6-pointed figure, and that's why it compares it to a lily. That's why it compares it to a pomegranate flower, as you see right here, 1 Kings 7:20. And on the chapiters upon the 2 pillars had pomegranates, also above, over against the belly, which was by the network, and the pomegranates were 200 in rows round about upon the chapiter. So meaning they had 200 of these pomegranate figures around the sides of the temples. And when you look at that flower right there,
Got 6.
it got 6 points, right? And when you look at the pomegranate as well, when you cut it in its perfection, it's also six points as well. That's why we use this 6-pointed figure. It's not a star. It's just simply the fact that it's 6-pointed, and it goes back to that to that Hebrew word Shushan, meaning a 6-pointed flower. And then, so just to even expound more on it as to why we had that on there. So 2 Ezra chapter 5:24. And of all lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit. God chose one pit. And of all the flowers, therefore, one lily. So God chose the lilies to be his favorite flower. The same way he chose a specific people to be his people, he chose a specific flower. And that flower is a lily. And that lily has a 6-pointed, is that 6-pointed figure.
6 point.
And that's why we have it all around our temples in the antiquity. That's why we wear it today. To represent, to show symbolism of the Lord's favorite flower. And
So y'all Jews.
no.
What is y'all? What church you go to?
We believe that you a Jew, sis. We believe that we're the Israelites, and we're at church right now.
I'll give you an example.
That's right.
That's a Jew.
Yeah.
That's a Jew. That's a Jew.
Yeah,
We're Israelites.
a couple more.
A
Jews
Jew,
back
like
there.
I said, is from the tribe of Judah. I'm not from the tribe of Judah. I'm an Issacharite. That's an Issacharite. He's an Issacharite. That's a Gadite.
So it's like this, right?
Y'all going too deep for me.
No,
I
look,
told y'all I
look,
was getting up.
no,
I was
look,
trying to run from
no,
y'all.
Hold on, sis.
Sis, watch this. So look at.
All right, let me
look at-
see.
All Jews are
head.
Israelites. All Jews are Israelites, but not all Israelites are Jews. You see what I mean?
Give me 1 minute.
So look at these 3 Jews, right? And they're Israel.
Give me that.
These 3 are Jews, right?
Uh-huh.
But they're also Israelites. But everybody here down, they're still Israelites, but they're not Jews. Because Jew is just a slang word for Judah.
Right.
And the Judah people are the chosen people?
No,
Are
all
one of the
12 tribes
chosen.
are the chosen people.
You're one of the chosen. One of the 12.
Right.
I don't know why you're separating. Just put us all together. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love that y'all gave me information. I might read this in a couple days or something.
Okay. Hopefully.
Stay on your path. I appreciate y'all.
Read it.